YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Greatly appreciate you taking the time to click on the video. If you haven't already or you're new, please hit that subscribe button. 92% of viewers are not subscribed. So hit the subscribe button. Greatly appreciate you. We are here, Ball State, year 2. I feel better. I was really worried after seeing that we're a 58 overall to start the offseason, but I feel much better. We're at a 67 overall, so it feels good in that sense for sure. We are having Taylor the third start. Speed's better. Again, last year he just felt more accurate. His accuracies are not very good. He just felt more accurate than Kelly, who was a much higher overall than him. We're going to let Watkins not redshirt. He has a deep pro potential, and that's not going to change with Taylor. So he's probably leaving. Unfortunately, same thing with Jimmy Rico, but maybe we can convince him to stay, right? So we will see how that all pans out, but that's kind of how I did that. Ferguson's going to start over Elijah Jackson, even with the speed. Pro potential, again, here, probably not changing, right? Ferguson nor Jackson are going to be looked at to get drafted. So because pro potential here for Kenoy is fine right now, he's more than likely not going to transfer. So I redshirted him. Same thing with Sisk. So those will be the backs of the future. So those guys were redshirted. In the wide receiver room, we're getting gadget Isaiah Grimes in the game. It was either him or Patel. He has 2 more speed. His catching is only 4 worse, which would be fine. Catching in traffic is the issue. But like short route running, not that much worse. Medium route running is the better. Deep is just a little bit. Release is a little worse. But he's proximity to home. He's a senior. I did move Patel ahead of Durham as well because Durham's going to be our slot guy, so he's going to be on the field anyway. We did move the freshman tight end. See potential, and he needs a C+. I hope he doesn't leave. He's a star development. That would be absolutely devastating. Offensive line is just atrocious. Just bad. I tried to finagle things, and it just wasn't working. Right ends, we got Davis Ross, 74 speed. I really want to play Freeney, but it just doesn't do us any good. He has normal dev trait. It's not like we're missing out on that. His career wear tear is bad already. So we're just kind of at the mercy of this at this point. You know what? Let's play him here. Get some speed on the edge. That's what I'm going to do. 70 to 66 is not that big of a deal. And then D tackles, we are terrible. We are so bad here. We are just so bad here. I just moved him so he can go play D tackle over the freshman. Again, nothing really. I mean, the reason I'm not redshirting them is because they're not good. So now the most exciting position, linebacker. We're going to put Myron Robinson at the Sam, so he's going to be our strong linebacker. He's an 82 overall with 87 speed. And then we're putting Carter, who is a will linebacker with 87 speed. He has silver robber. He has star development trait. Oh, by the way, playing style is an A+, so he's probably not going anywhere unless something crazy happens to our play style. Coker, on the other hand, playing style is an F. Don't know. I'll have to look. He's a thumper compared to a lurker, so it's probably linebacker tackles. But he is going to be on the field as well with 2 middle linebackers. And then Petty John is our will linebacker, and he's an 81 with 87 speed. So the three top linebackers are very similar players in the fact that they have 87 speed. It's just Carter and Robinson have physical traits, and Petty John doesn't at this point in time. Corners, we are slow. There's no way we're going to be able to press. Safeties are okay. 87 speed with both of these. I'm really going back and forth. The only reason that I'm keeping him to play is because of his impact. I haven't seen the fact that they play or not impact their skill points unless they win an award. Maybe that's a switch that we make. This is also a switch that we might make. However, neither one of them have impact or anything. They're both normal devs. And the junior actually has a better deal breaker than the freshman. Then we have our kicker and our punter, who are both just not very good. And then, as I mentioned, we have Durham in the slot. We're going to have Grimes come in the slot for slot number 2. And then we are going to have some horrible rushing ends. Just horrible. The one thing I did want to look for is Freeney. Which one do I want him to be? We have Farmer there, so we're going to put Freeney up here. I just want to get him on the field a little bit. And then, yeah, so that's the squad. That's what we're going to be rolling with here. Recruiting-wise, we went and set this up. We have 1 5-star. The reason that we're kind of still in this at this point in time is look at the schools going after. Mizzou, Mississippi State, Ole Miss, like not very, very prestigious schools. So that's why we're kind of still in this one. We'll see if we pop up. We are in the 10th spot right now. We'll see if we pop up anywhere else after this week. If not, we'll probably take them off. But then we have a gem quarterback, which we probably need because it looks like all of them are going to leave. And then we have another gem peer runner. So we have 2 quarterbacks top of the board. And then we are just looking at all these other players. We're in a pretty good spot with most of them, and most of them being the fact that we're the only team that's offered them a scholarship at this point in time. So still stuck at 350 hours, and grades are still horrendous. So we really, really need to fix that for sure. All right, all the talking done. Now it's time for game times. So we have Ball State versus Coastal Carolina. The one thing that I do want to mention is because I moved it to 15 minutes, we're probably only going to get through 3 games an episode, which is okay to slow it down a little bit now since some of our guys are on the field with the transfers and stuff. So we're going to go ahead and travel to the Teal Field. And as you can see, we are way better on paper. But that doesn't mean that we are going to be way better on the field. 3rd and 7, offense on the field first. And yikes. We're going to see if this speed here at the tight end spot's going to do us any good. Didn't in that spot, but we do get in a 4th and 2 on the other side of midfield, which typically means go time. So we're going to run a speed option to the wide side of the field. They're going to take the running back. Taylor is going to get the first down, and we get to continue on this drive, but we are right back into a 3rd and 6. See what we can do here. Oh, he was not fooled at all. He was like, I'm going right for the quarterback. Yikes. I wish I should say that. There are times where play action works really well in this game. But it's I don't know. I wish there was like tendencies for linebackers that like fall for it more. Um, I don't know. Especially like a corner, like you're coming off on a blitz. Like is your coach really being like, just go to the quarterback, don't worry about the run? Maybe, but just spitballing. All right, we're gonna take over this first quarter drive. It is still 0-0. Chief Tummy Tuck wants us to get on the board here on the road again. We should be super heavy favorites on paper, but it doesn't mean that we're going to be super heavy favorites on the field. So, and here's the freshman tight end. He makes a catch with the first down. This is going to be a disaster play. Just shifted our offensive line. We're hoping that the tight end drag route or the slot drag route was more shallow, but it was super downfield. If it was more shallow, we would have been fine. Durham gets the corner. He has some speed. We're going to spin back to the middle, gets one guy. He's going to get out at the 26, 27-yard line. And again, we are moving the ball down the field here on this first quarter drive. And Ferguson is going to find some room. Oh, I thought he was going to stay on his feet. That would have been absolutely electric. Absolutely electric. All right, Price, shake this middle linebacker in his boots. We're going to send McDougal deep, see if he can win off the press over there. He did, too. Corner was stumbling, and we get him in the back of the end zone. What a throw by Taylor. What a move by McDougal. Touchdown, Ball State. What a first quarter drive there. We're going to hop in on defense, see if we can stop them here on this drive. They're trying to answer. See if we can keep them from doing so. Sitting on this, and we get home with a sack. And we are going to force them to punt. Their fans are not happy. And we are still in the first quarter. So this is kind of the reason why I was like, well, maybe we need to shorten the amount of games, because I've been in here for about 4.5 minutes and we're still in the first quarter. So I think, I hit the right trigger. If you play this game and you're running the ball, break the habit of hitting right trigger right away. There's a mechanism that when you hit that, the defensive players shed their blocks, because the game's like recognizing like, oh, they feel comfortable on where they're at, so we can just let the defense go, because then, so try to break that habit if you have it. I have the habit, but really poorly, like really bad. As we were trying to get the freshman his first touchdown, didn't end up working. They call a timeout. They're not comfortable in what they're in, apparently. Trying to get the freshman Price in the end zone for the first time in his career, but he comes up just short, so we're going to go ahead and go to a draw play, which does not work. And guess what? Hit the right trigger right away again. That one probably wasn't the issue, to be fair, but we got to be better. They are just corralling this street. That was fourth down. Oh, no. I had no idea that was fourth down. That is tough. That is tough. We're going to sling it to Patel. He's going to make the catch. First down. We'll see if we can punch this in this time. We gotta shift it to the right. That's where all the rush is coming from. Can we lead him far enough? We do. He makes a really good catch, actually, too. And we have an injured offensive lineman, which is not good, because all of our other linemen are terrible. Oh, Price's route running is not good, but he's able to make the catch anyway. Touchdown for the freshman. Ball State goes up 14-0 on the road. Halfway into the second quarter, I'm just going to throw Chew Clock on just to... Yeah, the clock stopped anyway. All right. Thought maybe we'd catch him off guard. With the run, but they kind of have a heavy box, so throw it behind, catch it, nice. Need to get that out just a little sooner, I think, but not bad at all. So here we go, 3rd and 6. We just continue to get into these 3rd and relatively long situations. We're gonna hit the comeback route. That corner played that super well. It wasn't a very good route either, but played it pretty well. We are going to get the field goal unit on the field. It's going to be about, what is this, a 47-yard field goal. And I'm going to miss it to the right. I don't know what it is. I'm terrible at kicking in this game. It is brutal. Last year I felt like I was pretty solid. Like it was a strength of mine. Like if we got in a certain spot, I could nail it. But this year in this game, I'm just atrocious. Just atrocious. Anyway, we're in the 2-minute drill, so we gotta stay focused. We gotta be locked in here. We drop backs 27 yards. What I was throwing to was boxed anyway. I was trying to hold in for that dig route, but was unable to do so, and Price gets the first down. 1 minute and 12 seconds left. I don't really like this play action. I should probably turn Chew Clock off after this play. Seam. Oh my goodness. Tight end was wide open. If we were able to hit him in the seam. They're going to press again. McDougal's not out there, which kind of worries me. Yeah, we're not going to be able to do much. Oh, and he fumbles it. Not being able to do much and giving up a scoop and score is vastly different. Holy Lord. Offense does a good job of getting down the field, though, and giving us a chance to kick a field goal. And field goal's up, and we're going to take the lead into the half. But, my Lord, we have dominated that first half, and we are only up 3. Absolutely insane. We're going to roll out. We're going to tell our running back to go deep. Taylor's going to use the speed to pick up the first down. And we are continuing this drive. However, we are now back into a 3rd and 10 situation. We have 20 first downs compared to their 8. And it's this close. Let's set up that block on the superstar. And okay. That's our backup running back. He feels kind of good. Elijah Jackson's in the game. We did kind of mess with the auto subs, so that's probably why he's in the game, as Durham breaks a tackle on a 4th and inches, and he gets us into the red zone. We got to punch this one in, make it 24 to set 14. Make it a 10-point game. I feel way better if that's the case. So let's see what we can do to make that happen. We just don't really have all that much space to run, and then another offensive lineman goes down. So we're going to bring Price underneath Durham here. And Price is going to pick up the first down. And, oh my God, we are decimated right now by injuries. It's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. I don't like the look of this. Not even a little. All right. Here we go. Grimes, freshman, holds on to it in traffic. That's his big downfall, is catching traffic. It looks pretty solid there. Taylor rifles it in there, and we are able to get into the end zone. Defense is still playing super well. As I say that, they give up a touchdown. Our offense is stalled out. They can't really do anything. Holy. It is still 24-21. Both offenses have hit an absolute brick wall here in the second half. But we have a huge space and hole for Elijah Jackson. 8 for 71 for him. And we just busted a huge run play. And I'm guessing because Horton's in that our starter is hurt, not just because of wear and tear. So that is not ideal. Ferguson is somebody that we convinced to come back to Ball State. So it's somebody that we want to have on the field. But Durham, from the slot, makes a catch into the end zone. We are now in a 4th and 10 situation. Let's make sure, let's make sure that we get a little bit of pressure here. So we're going to slide that D-line over, create a different type of an angle for the offensive lineman, and that should be a pick. Give me that. McClain with an interception. Great defense by the Cardinals, and we are looking to finish this game off here with a stop. Let's see if we are able to get another stop here. They're going to test him again. It's going to be batted in the air. It's going to be intercepted. Stewart's going to hurdle the receiver and then get tackled 2 yards later, but that should do it. Coastal only with 1 timeout left, and Ball State goes out on the road. And again, on paper, we are heavy favorites. On the field, though, it's a little bit different story. So, great job coming away with the win, 31-21. We pretty well dominated it. It felt, did that just say 3 picks? 2 picks, okay. Didn't throw a touchdown, woof. 59 attempts for Walter Taylor. That's crazy. 350 and 4 touchdowns. Only 13 attempts for -3. Oh, that's Taylor. Never mind. 12 attempts for Ferguson. He did end up getting hurt. So hopefully he's going to be back next week. 38 yards. Jackson, 11 for 82. And then Horton had 3. So in total, we had, 120 yards rushing. So really solid by the 2 running backs. And then at receiving, Durham had 7 for 88 with 1 touchdown. Price, 7 for 54 and a touchdown. Grimes, 5 for 67 with a touchdown. Ferguson had 5 catches as well. Patel with 5 as well. So we spread the ball around a lot. Well, when you throw it 59 times or whatever it was, it should be pretty easy to do so. Shepard, 10 tackles. Pettyjohn, 10 tackles. Allen, 7 tackles. Robinson with 6. Yates, Earlwine, and Franey with 5. Tackles for loss, we ended up with 7. 2 for Shepard, 1 for Farmer, Pettyjohn, Robinson, Conley, and Allen. Sacks, only 2. Farmer and Allen got home today, so hopefully we can generate a little bit more. Then we have Eric McClain and Avery Stewart with the 2 interceptions. You guys saw those late in the game. Really good to finish that off. Week 2. Game at Toledo. Again, should see actually they overall look better than us, so never mind. Red zone look here early in the first quarter for the Ball State Cardinals. Let's see if we can finish the drive off. Elijah Jackson's in the game. That means that we do not have our starting. I hit the wrong button. Thankfully, it doesn't hurt us, but it means we don't have our starting running back for the day, which is a bummer. On the road here early in the game, stadium pulse is kind of going crazy. We're just gonna go ahead and settle for the field goal, get points early, and lean on our defense, who is really the strength of this team. With the 380 linebackers that we have, definitely the highest rated position that we have at this point in time. So relying on our defense is very important. And then obviously last game, throwing it 59 times, we rely heavily on Taylor as well. 2nd and 6. We're going to go screen to Elijah Jackson. Down here in the red zone, we're only going to pick up about 4. Looks like we're going to be able to get quite a bit more, but not able to solidify the blocks out front. So 3rd and 2, we're going to go to a pitch, fullback with a great block, and we are going to pick up the first down. 9 carries already for Elijah Jackson, which is a good sign because last week we didn't run the ball very much. So hopefully this is a sign of us committing to the run a little bit more, as Durham cannot break the tackle there to get into the end zone. So we're going to come back to Jackson, see if he can punch it in, and what blocking by the offensive line. Touchdown, Cardinals, 10-0 here on the road. Again, relying on our defense, making sure that we are taking care of the football. That's the biggest thing. If we take care of it, we should be okay. That was my immediate read. Just get Jackson out of the backfield and just pick up the first down. Continue this drive. Make sure that we're draining some of the clock. We're going to go to counter. I went to right trigger right away again. Good Lord, I got to break that habit. Got to break that habit. All right, let's see how Toledo decides to attack the speed options. And they're going to sit on it too. I mean, the speed option just isn't viable in this game for me. Maybe it is for other people. I've seen other content creators love running it. it's not a whole lot of times that it works well for me. Elijah Jackson spins into the 1-yard line. Nope, we're going for this. If we don't get it, they're down at the 1-yard line. I trust our defense. And we get it anyway. Elijah Jackson waltzes into the end zone. Another touchdown for the Cardinals. They are going for it on 4th and 2. I mean, it is a go-for-it spot, so it's not like it's a super running it's kind of crazy, but they end up picking it up anyway. That's tough. Super desperate, but it's definitely interesting to see. They're going for it on 4th down in the 2nd quarter, but they pick it up. They do go down, and they do get a field goal. So, pays off for them to break the seal on the scoring. We do get the ball. We are on our way down the field. It's going to get to they're going to take a timeout before the 2-minute timeout. Interesting. But we are here. We are working on scoring. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Why wasn't... I thought the tight end crossing in front of my face was the right bumper, but apparently not. Annoying. But we are going to hit Price this time. He's going to get in the end zone. Touchdown. Ball State. Here late in the first half. Can the defense keep them? They couldn't. 24-10. They're going to score again. 24-17. And we are in the 4th quarter. Just like that, it is still 24-17. Defense has been struggling here in the second half. Let's see if we can help them get off the field. They go to an RPO. It's going to be 4th and 6 about midfield. Then we give them a really short field here. Another 3rd down situation. We got to get them off the field here. No points. And they love running the ball in these situations. That's a third and medium that they just decide to run the ball. Like, I just don't understand. Sit on that. Then we get a horrible animation bumping on the tight end. That's annoying, man. Had everything just bottled up. The quarterback steps up, scrambles for the first down. Now we're in trouble. Oh, but we are just feeling the run. Myron Robinson gets in the backfield for a tackle for loss. What a huge play at this point in time in the game. Sit on this, we get home. These crossing routes in the middle are absolutely boxed by Robinson and Pettyjohn. There's no way you let that up. They're going to score a touchdown to tie it. We are going to hop in on a third down here, 3rd and 9. The crowd is absolutely going nuts. McDougal on the outside, got a step. Can we get it, put it on him? We do make the catch. Robinson, why do I call him Robinson all the time? Because I think, I don't know why I do. Taylor has thrown an interception today, which obviously not ideal. We talk about how important it is to take care of the football. He's got to just make sure that we're continuing to take care of it. 2nd and 3, 9-10 left here in the 4th quarter. And Elijah Jackson, for the 3rd time today, finds the end zone, and we take the lead late. Defense gets a stop. We have the ball again, and it looks like we're in a position to score points. So we also have to make sure that we are aware of that in the situation and the play that we call. McDougal is on. Okay, they didn't press him that time. Our 2 guys were holding hands and bumping into each other that whole time, and they're both wide open. I was just waiting for one of them to commit and get open. Do we have the speed? Can we lay it out there for him? We do. What a catch. Durham from the slot. Touchdown, Ball State. And just like that, 38-24, two-score game, and we are looking to finish this road game off. Oh, what is happening? Their stadium pulse is still kind of going crazy. A 3rd and 1, and Elijah Jackson fights for the first down. And his wear and tear must be crazy good because he has 35 carries. As I say that, Horton is in the game. Horton's going to get the ball here on 3rd and 7. They did stop the clock before the 2-minute timeout. And our left guard just said, you know what, I'm not blocking right now. And that is going to be the final, 38-24. Had to battle hard in the 4th quarter. And Elijah Jackson, like I said, 35 rushing attempts, 128 yards, and 3 touchdowns is your player of the game. What a performance from the backup running back as Ferguson is dealing with an injury. Again, we dominate the yards and everything else. Didn't turn him over, drew to Shields. Did he transfer from Kent State maybe? I don't know. Maybe it's a different one. 22 of 39, that's much better on the attempts. 2 touchdowns, that 1 interception, as I mentioned, that we saw. Horton had 3 carries for 4 yards. Not great. 35 for 128 and 3 touchdowns for Jackson, as we saw in the player of the game. And then we had Durham with 5 catches with that huge touchdown late with 88 yards, 5 for Jackson as well on screens. McDougal had 4 for 95. Grimes had 4 for 42, 3 for Price at 36 yards. So didn't get the tight end as involved today as we did last week. Tackles, Yates yet again leads the team. I'm pretty sure he's our slot corner, so he's up a lot on run plays. Allen with 8, Stewart with 6, Carter with 6, Earlwine again comes up with 5, Shepard 5, Pettyjohn 5, Robinson 5. That's much better from the linebacker core last game. The other two had 3 combined tackles, which is not good for play style for linebackers, I tell you that. Walt Allen, had 4 tackles for losses. Pettyjohn, Robinson, and Yates combined for 1 apiece. 3 sacks for Allen. No interceptions, as we saw on the quarterback stats. Great. Another really good road win. We go to 2-0. All right, here we go. Final game, week 3 here against 0-1 East Michigan. We go from the teal field in game 1 to the gray field in game 3. Maybe I should have scheduled Boise to have the blue field for non-conference as well. Just get all the colored fields in the non-conference schedule. As we're going to be short, 4th and 2, we should be in a position to go for it, but I guess the coach thought otherwise. But hey, he might know something. Chief, good job. Oh, we got him toasted off the line. McDougal, the deep threat we didn't know we had. What a release. He didn't do nothing. He just sprinted right by that guy. Defense gives up a touchdown right away after that. So, offense back on the field. We are up 9-7 after the safety on their first possession of the game. Nothing they're doing for Jackson after last week's phenomenal performance. Can I fit this into Grimes? I'm probably going to throw a pick here, to be quite honest. I could fit it to him, he just couldn't catch it. All right, well, should have just stayed with the Texas route look. That safety came out of nowhere. Elijah Jackson's going to run him down. That's a bad red zone interception on my part. Really bad. But defense steps up. Love to see that. We're going to roll out here. We're going to tell the tight end, the freshman, gets the first down. We told him to playmaker to the sideline, rolling with us essentially. And we were able to pick up the first down. Durham on the linebacker. He's got to be able to release better than that. Wow. My mood went from really good with this team to really bad in a real quick hurry. Freshman had a touchdown. That was such a good route. But instead, we are here in a 3rd and 10 situation. We do have Elijah Jackson. He is going to get down to the 1-yard line. Nice little Texas route look there. We do run the jet pass a lot in these situations, so we're going to go ahead and run that motion in front, fake the jet pass, and then hand it to Elijah. Touchdown again for Elijah Jackson. He is having a heck of a start to the year, and the defense is going to hold them to 3. Then we turn around, and we need help on the defensive side of things. And let's see if we can help them out here. We're going to shoot the gap, and that's a tackle in the backfield. Linebackers seem fast. They seem fun. We just got to make sure that we can hold up in this man-to-man coverages if they decide to throw the ball. He breaks a tackle in the backfield. No way. We shot the gap again. We are just reading these run plays really well right now. 3rd and 10. That's fine. We're going to take the deeper route. He breaks a sack, but he ends up going down anyway. Another sack. Davis Ross with the sack, and they are going to have to settle for the field goal with just under 4.5 left here in the second quarter. It's up. It's good. It's 16-13 here in Eastern Michigan. I apologize. I called them East Michigan in the menu screen, so I apologize. I can never remember if it's Eastern or East, so I apologize if I offend anybody that attends or attended or plans to attend Eastern Michigan. So, 2-minute timeout. We are on the verge of punching it in here. We're just going to hand it off to Elijah Jackson. This man has a nose for the end zone. He gets another touchdown. 4th down here late in the second quarter, and they're going to go for it here. Looks like they're going to hand it off on a little RPO look, and we shoot the gap yet again. We have 23. They didn't give me a chance. I was going to say that we have 23 seconds. We could probably go down and score, but they said, nah, we're just going to take into the half. The left tackle just got ran right around. Frustrating. We had the comeback route, too. On the run, what a throw. Oh, dropped it. I thought we got it in there. That was a really good throw by Taylor, though. Oh, and I missed the field goal. Please stay in there. I don't know what it is about this year's game. I just can't kick. My accuracy is terrible. 26-16, 26-19. We're going to go ahead and take over this possession. There's 8.5 left in the 4th quarter. Looks like we're in a 3rd down, 3rd and 5 situation. Let's see what we can do here. I hit the wrong button. I guess it's an arm punt situation. It looks like they're going to give us a pass interference call, though. That's nice. Thanks, refs. All right, we got to use this. Get into field goal range, red zone. And then let us, we got to hook this because we're rolling out. They're going to sit on everything else. We're going to go ahead and hit the outside receiver. 2 picks by Taylor tonight. Might be on the verge of change time if he continues to turn the ball over. Elijah Jackson drops it. I think we got to take the points. As non-automatic as they've seemed, we're going to take the points here, go up 10, which is 2 scores, and see if our defense can take control of this game. You know, what would help is if our offense, ran the ball so we didn't have to, as I audible it to a pass play. Moving to his left, throwing crossbody, another drop by the receivers. Good Lord. All right. 48-yarder. Should be up, should be good, as long as we have the leg, and we do. They said a 13-point game. Defense, again, going to get the turnover. We can't seem to figure out how to run the clock out. We're just going to go to the ground game. I don't know if it's still really easy to run against this like it was last year, and as you can see, it is. I love it. All right. That should just about do it. Did we get all the way down to we're in the 7? We're going to try to punch it in here. Elijah Jackson's going to get pushed out of bounds, which is the last thing that you'd want in this situation, but whatever. Unbelievable. We're going to get McDougal the ball. And he's going to find the end zone. He's going to strut into the end zone, and that is going to put them away. What a second half by the squad. Pretty slow in the first half. I mean, I guess we scored more in the first half than the second half. Never mind then. 127 yards and 2 more touchdowns for Elijah Jackson, 29 rush attempts. So he's picking up where him and Ferguson left off in week 1. They threw it 46 times. We threw it 42, I guess. 246, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Just needs to be better. Elijah Jackson, again, we already talked about that. Nothing else from anybody else. McDougal, 7 for 95 and 2 touchdowns. 4 catches for Durham. Price with 3. Grimes with 3. Patel with 2. And Jackson with 1. Defensively, Pettyjohn, thank the Lord. Our linebackers decided to show up and play today. 9 tackles. Robinson, 9 tackles. Elwine, 6. 5 for McLean, 5 for Freeney, 5 for Shepard. Where's our other linebacker? Down here with 2. Noah Carter. I don't know how many down he plays, to be quite honest. But he needs more tackles. But these 18 from these guys should do a really big service to the play style of linebackers. And that is going to be the episode. I greatly appreciate you taking the time to watch the video today. I hope you're enjoying the series. Again, we just got into Conference USA play with that Eastern Michigan game. We do hop back out of conference here either next week or the following week, I believe. So we're going to be in the thick of it here pretty quickly. Recruiting looks okay. We'll get to that in a bye week per usual. And we're rolling right now. 3-0 start, which is fantastic. The schedule was not very hard to start. So we got to stay grounded. We got to stay ready to rock and roll. As always, I hope you have a good day. I hope you had a great day. Spread the word. Peace.